Good morning, my homebound friends. This is Mr. D with episode 5 of Career and College Planning. All week I've been speaking about searching career choices and how to research them and go through the process of identifying something that you might like to do. Yesterday I shared information that may have been tough to swallow because it goes contrary to the normal college search process. I shared that you should identify your major that you want to study to then treat picking a college that has your major like you would when buying a car or house. In other words, pick one that you can afford. I shared with you about the ever-growing student indebtedness, that the average debt load after college graduation is between $50,000 to $200,000, and that the average salaries after college for hire are between $40,000 to $60,000. Doing the math quickly lets you know you aren't getting a big return on your investment. I promised that today I would further elaborate by sharing some personal examples with my own children and their spouses on how you can select and save. We have 7 children, and 6 are already adults, and 5 of them have children of their own. All 6 of our oldest children began their college experience at a small junior college only 7 miles from our home in central Utah, where we used to live. 4 of our 6 children actually lived at home for the first year, and tuition in the beginning was only $750 a semester, and by the time number 6 went through, it was still only $1,100 a semester, and renting an apartment was only $850 a semester. Also, 3 out of 4 of our daughter and sons-in-laws also began at this junior college. All of them finished with 0 debt, and 5 of them went on to a university to continue their studies. One daughter-in-law went straight to a university out of high school on full scholarship as well. So you might ask yourself, what majors and what careers did they choose? And did starting at this little tiny college hold them back? Some great questions. I will answer the last one first. They weren't held back or limited at all. Let me share. Our oldest son went on to a state university in accounting for 2 more years for his BS in accounting. Then he extended 1 more year for a master's in accounting. He went to work for a large firm in Utah for 2 years, working 65 to 80 hours a week just like they do. And then he took a huge salary cut and went to work as an auditor at the very same small junior college where he began his studies. He worked his way up to the administrative vice president of the college and recently was hired at a big university in a high-level administrative role in their budget office. Son number 2 went on to a university and then to medical school and is now a doctor in North Carolina. Son-in-law number 1 also went on to a university and then to medical school and is now a doctor in Louisiana. Son-in-law number 2 went on to a university and then on to another university and became a certified registered nurse anesthetist and works in Virginia. Daughter number 3 went on to a university and became a teacher. And daughter-in-law number 2, who had the scholarship, also graduated and became a teacher. All of them graduated with very little debt until they went on to their medical programs. Also, they began preparing while still in high school. Our oldest son took enough college classes in high school that he graduated from the 2-year college in August of the same year that he graduated from high school. And our second oldest actually graduated from the junior college a month before he graduated from high school. Both, as a result, earned large scholarships to their universities, and almost all of our daughters had at least 1 year of college completed when they finished their high school. All of these things calculated up to great savings for them and for us as a family. The point of today's message isn't to share how great our children are. In fact, they were just above average students. But it is to point out the fact that starting small and cheap doesn't hold you back from reaching whatever profession you want and earning top salaries. Again, I hope I haven't offended anyone with this information and approach, but just trying to help you avoid a mountain of debt as you move forward. So in closing out this week, we began reflecting on what you are good at or what you like to do. Use that to help you research careers in those areas of interest. And then once you've decided on a major, shop. Remember, yes, I said shop for a college that you and your parents can afford, avoiding immense debt. And don't worry about starting smaller or cheaper. It won't hold you back. Continue to research those videos from the link I shared in episode 3. Spend this free time you have viewing and researching. I promise it will prove to be so valuable for your future planning. Next week, we will discuss career paths that don't necessarily require college up front or only a 2-year junior college or vocational school. And we will even discuss a couple of different pathways through the military service. So with that, I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend and encouraging you to keep your heads up and looking forward. Spend quality time with your families. You will never get this time back. Remember, you aren't going through this alone. Where we go one, we go all. This is Mr. D, signing off.